Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant YouTube channel. I'm your host, James Harris. This is episode 13. I get a lot of questions pertaining to Comixology, Comixology Unlimited, as far as online subscription services. We've had the new arrival of DC Universe, which I've done videos on as well. And a lot of people have a lot of different questions about dipping into that realm of online comic subscription services, which is totally understandable. It's a new thing. So many people that are new to comics only think it's one way to particularly collect comics, and that's through physical media. But if you're just a fan and you want to read up on comics, digital subscription services are becoming larger and larger. We have Marvel Unlimited, which is a totally separate service offered by Marvel Comics directly. Now DC has their amalgamation service, which is called DC Universe, which you get comics digitally through there. You get original content and previously released television shows, their animated movies, things of that nature, which they're all videos. I'll put it up here that you'll see in the playlist for the Comic Book Collector's Guide. I cover all those individual things, so you can check out the playlist and see those previous videos for more detail. This video here is focusing on Comixology Unlimited. It's probably I get the most asked questions about this service. I talk about it a lot because I personally use it, so I know the most about it. I've tried the other services, like I said, and I covered them in particular videos, but the one service I've used the longest and I continue to subscribe to is Comixology Unlimited. So we're going to take a deeper dive in this video. If you're unfamiliar with Comixology, they're pretty much, I would have to say, the leading online retailer for digital comics on the internet. They sell comics from all the major publishers and independent publishers as well. The extension of the Comixology website, which is, they were recently acquired about 2 or 3 years ago now from Amazon. They were a separate company. Amazon acquired them, which I really think stabilized the company and really has taken the company to another level in those years with Amazon's backing to it, because it was growing at such a rapid rate. I don't know if the original company could have kept up with the growth that it was going through as more and more companies start releasing digital comics. A branch of Comixology, they started offering a subscription service, about 3 to 4 years ago. It was before Amazon, right before Amazon got involved. But Amazon, I really think, has strengthened the offering, and they've really ran with it as of late. It is called Comixology Unlimited. It is totally separate from the rest of the site. The cool thing about Comixology Unlimited is even if you purchase your comics digitally through Comixology, it's all in that one account. You can always try Comixology Unlimited for free for a month. They do a 1 month free trial for you to check out the service to see how it is. Outside of that free month, it is $5.99 a month, not including taxes. So depending on what state you're in, it varies. Now recently, 2 weeks or so ago, was that they finally added DC Comics. Marvel added on to Comixology Unlimited about, I want to say, a year ago now. It's been about a year now since Marvel came on board. Now recently, DC added their comics. For the longest time, that was the missing component. For a lot of people, that was a deterrent for signing up for Comixology Unlimited, because they didn't have DC. They finally added Marvel, which attracted some people. But again, like I stated before, Marvel has their own subscription service called Marvel Unlimited. Only thing about Marvel Unlimited is what the name suggests. It's unlimited Marvel comics. Now, if you're a fan like myself, you have a limited budget, you're trying to make your dollar stretch, and you want to get the most bang for your buck, Comixology Unlimited is really a good option. Downside to this, which I have to state up front, Comixology Unlimited as of right now is only available within the US. When you're dabbling in the comics or you're just getting the comics, certain times based on movies or TV shows that that might pull you in, you want to read the source material. So it's a great source to absorb a lot of books. Now I just want to run down all the different publishers that I could find that are on Comixology Unlimited. We have DC Comics, we have DC Vertigo, then we have Marvel Comics, we have Image, IDW Publishing, Dark Horse Comics, Valiant Entertainment Comics, Boom Studios, Dynamite Entertainment, Denzia Comics, Oni Press, Archie Comics, Fantagraphic Books, Humanoids, Action Lab Entertainment, Aspen Comics, and Zenoscope Entertainment. So it's a ton of pretty much all the major publishers and some independent ones that you don't hear about that often, and even some international ones mixed in there as well. So it's a pretty huge variety of publishers alone that you will have access to through Comixology Unlimited for the starting price of $5.99 a month. That's not bad. Now, certain times I get asked a lot, or people say a lot, well, I've tried Comixology Unlimited in the past and it's limited. Well, here's the thing, guys. You're paying $5.99 a month. You're not going to get every Marvel book ever. You're not going to get every DC book ever. I don't even want to set that expectation for you, because you're going to be disappointed going in. Now, for more of the companies that the publishers that started from the very beginning of Comixology Unlimited, as it rolled out, was like Image, Dynamite, IDW. Those companies have more of a catalog contributed or submitted into the Comixology Unlimited service. So, for example, something like The Walking Dead, which is a real popular TV show based on a comic book through Image Comics, where they're in almost close to the 200 as far as issues. They're in the 180s, 190s ish, somewhere around there. You can get like the first 10 trades of The Walking Dead. You're not going to get the whole series, but the first 10 trades. You can read almost half the series to date through this service for that $5.99 a month. Now, Marvel, like I said, has only been a part of the service for roughly about a year. Literally, DC has been a part of the service less than a month. You're going to have a fraction of the books that you're going to have with some of the other independent publishers, but they're still available. And they add like their biggest and most popular stories, and they will constantly add. I know when Marvel came on, they added books constantly, like weekly, daily, sometimes weekly for sure. DC, when they put their press release out, pretty much said the same thing, that they're constantly going to be adding books to the library of Comixology Unlimited. Every month, once you're subscribed to the service, it'll tell you once new books have been added, and all the publishers, they do a big dump at the beginning of the month. And as the month, like I said, goes on, you'll see more and more books, and it'll be hard to keep up with. They indicated once you're subscribed to Comixology Unlimited, you literally, well, even if you're just browsing the Comixology website for comics to buy, you will see a banner stripe in the bottom corner that says Unlimited, and you can borrow those books. Now, how that works, on your account, you can borrow up to 50 books, check out or borrow 50 books at a given time. You can have currently checked out. Once you finish reading a book, you return it, and then you can add another one. So it caps off at 50 books borrowed at any given point. As long as you're subscribed to the service and you have those in your queue, you're good. And like I said, as you read one and you return it, you can pick one up in its place. Most people won't just have 50 books borrowed at one time. That being said, the library is roughly about 15,000 comics total on the service. And like I said, it's growing daily, weekly, monthly. So it keeps expanding and it's getting larger and larger. That's a big library of books for you to choose from. Also, I recently got a question in one of the comments for one of my previous Comixology Unlimited videos. People asked, can you download the comics that you purchase? Now, comics that you purchase, because like I said, this is also a retail site as well as this online subscription services, and your accounts all run together. The awesome thing about Comixology as a service provider is that they do offer you the ability to download comics that you purchase. Not Marvel or DC comic books, unfortunately. They don't have any jurisdiction on that. But most of the independent publishers, Image, Valiant, IDW, pretty much all of the independent publishers that you buy your comics through, if I could talk, Comixology, will allow you, under your account, you'll have backup. If you go to the backup tab, once you're in your My Books under your account after you log in, you can see all the books that are eligible for you to download. You can download it either in PDF format or CBCG format. You can download them to your computer and you own those copies. They're yours to keep because you purchased the books. You have the rights to those. Marvel and DC, they haven't decided to do that at this point because I guess people would then turn around and post them on the internet. I don't know the logistics about it, but the independent publishers allow you to do that. So you definitely, if you want to have your own digital copies off that you can offload to your computer, you can do that. You can see at any given point in time what books are qualified. If you just go under your account to My Books, click on the tab for backup, and it literally shows you a list of every book that you bought that you can download a copy to your computer. You just click on it, download it, you're good to go, which is an awesome part to the service that many people don't talk about when they talk about Comixology. So it's a great service because everything's all in one place. The comics that you bought, you have access to. The comics you can borrow. You also get discounts. I've talked about this before, but with the service, you get exclusive discounts for all the books that we've talked about. So you get anywhere from a 10 to 15% discount on all books from DC, Marvel, Image, IDW, Dynamite, and on and on. So all the publishers that are a part of the program, you get discounts 10 to 15%. And this is on top of any sales that they might have to boot. So, Comixology, if you're unaware, constantly has sales. They Marvel and DC normally run weekly sales. You get periodic sales from different participating publishers that will rotate. Normally, Marvel and DC always has some type of weekly or multi-week sale going. And if you are a part of Comixology Unlimited, you subscribe to the service, you get those discounts on top of the regular cover price and or sale price. That will never change as long as you're subscribed to the service. But the moment that you cancel the service, you won't get those discounts anymore. You have to be subscribed into the service. And any books that you have borrowed, if you cancel the service, once you cancel it, those books are going to be removed from that queue because you're no longer paying for the service. So those things are to keep in mind too as well. That's an extra bonus that comes in handy because they have a lot of great sales constantly on Comixology. That's one of the things that I love about the service. It allows me to experiment in certain points with different publishers and try books that I never would have read. And I found a lot of books that I've thoroughly enjoyed because of the service. So it's really multifaceted in that way and really good investment for any comics fan whatsoever. That's all I wanted to cover in this episode. Like I said, I wanted to revisit, touch some of the hot spots. I felt like I never touched about the backup thing before, and I got that question, and I thought that was something I definitely wanted to cover in this episode of the Comic Book Collector's Guide. Definitely, if you like the content that I do here and you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, give the video a thumbs up. Leave comments down below. Comments are everything. We're building a great community here. I'm always responding to messages and comments that I get down below. Tell me if it's any questions that you still have about Comixology Unlimited that I forgot or something that just came up that you thought of. Don't ever be afraid to ask me a question. As soon as I see a comment on a video, I go back and respond, and we'll try to answer your question to the best of my abilities. If I can't, we have a great community here. If I don't get to it right away, a lot of times somebody in the community, if they know the answer, they will answer as well. We have a great community here, so definitely don't be afraid to leave a question down below if you have any questions or suggestions on another topic that you want me to cover and another episode of the Comic Book Collector's Guide. This is your series. So any suggestions you have on anything that you want to learn more about when it comes to the hobby of collecting comics, I'm open to cover it for you guys. Again, I'm your host, James Harris. This is the Comic Book Collector's Guide on the Comic Book Savant YouTube channel. We'll see you next time. You have a good week, and I'll see you soon.